Tuesday the 3rd, I think, of September, and I'm a few days late with the August's Floss tube video. I'm afraid I've had oh, and here comes a cat already, and we have a kitty butt in it before we even start. Oh, sorry Poppy. Never be one of my videos, would it, without a kitty butt in it. I think she thinks I'm talking to her. But yeah, I'm a few days late with my video because I had a small operation nearly 2 weeks ago now. Unfortunately, I've had some complications from it, so I got taken back into hospital on Friday. I came home on Sunday, so still feeling a bit rough, and also this anemia is just absolutely kicking my butt, but you know, they've got me on things to try and help. So yeah, and please excuse my hair. I've had a shower this morning, it's still half wet because my usual carer like styles it for me, but I've had a different carer this morning, so yeah, I just let it dry itself. So, and please excuse all the mess behind me. It's because Emmy's moving out this weekend. She's off to university, and then all this stuff will be going into Emmy's room and it will become my craft room. So when I film next month, I was going to say there'd be nothing behind me, but actually I'll be in my craft room, so we shall have a craft room tour. Anyway, I've got lots of stuff around me. I've got lots of stuff to tell you, so let's begin. After a slurp of tea. First of all, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I had a very exciting finish. I finished my Chatelaine. I was so excited, it was unbelievable. But I haven't got it with me because it's at the framers. I finished it 2 weeks ago today. She said it would take about 2 weeks, so I'm hoping I'll get a phone call any time telling me that it's ready. But before I went to the framers, I did take like an up-close video of it, so I shall insert that here. It's Tuesday the 20th of August, and I'm filming this today because I'm off to the framers with my Chatelaine. I finished it 2 days ago, but I'm just going to give you a close-up just in case it's not back from the framers when I do my monthly vlog. I'm actually in my bedroom at the moment, on my desk, because I couldn't really find a decent place. There's no place big enough for me to do it, so it is dropping over the edge a bit, but hey ho. So let's start off in the centre, and let's come out of place as I've come upstairs. There. We've got a blue heart with a little bead on the top. These were my first time I'd ever used silks, and I loved them. So we've got some flowers there, and I think they were mainly cross stitches apart from some dark green eyelets we've got in the middle. Then we come out to the flowers here, and there's a lot of little quarter stitches, or they half stitches over one, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, in Petite Treasure braid, which were a bit of a nightmare. I think these were all cross stitch, Petite Treasure braid in the middle, beads, back stitching with Petite Treasure braid, and there's 4 of these, all in slightly different colours. That flower is actually mainly in the wrong colour, but by the time I'd realised, there was no way I was going back and unpicking it, so nobody will ever know. Then we've got the dreaded 1/1 hummingbirds, and my hat goes off to all of you who do 1/1 on a regular basis, because I'm not doing it again. This was the first and the last time, and this was on obviously 32 count Black Belfast. And I think every single one, the first one I actually did was that, which is probably the most correct one of all of them, but I think most of these hummingbirds are sort of made up as I went along, really. then, like I said, we've got the beads there. We've got some bigger beads in the flowers. Oh, that's a loose piece of thread there. I'll have to catch that off. And then come into the outside of the inner border. There's beads in all the corners. And then we've got, coming down into these corners, got some back stitching there, some Jessicas, beads, loads of beads. And then we've got some diamond eyelets, rhodes, dense rhodes stitches, and all four corners are exactly the same. Then on the border we've got some more dense rhodes and diamond eyelets with beads in between, and these are the same all the way around the inner border. And it's also done with petite treasure braid. And you can see on the outside of the border we've got Jessicas and some more of these densely beaded areas. And then come into the outside, we've got, well, the outside of the inner border, got some flowers here which are actually quite intricate, because we've got some rhodes stitches, octagonal rhodes stitches, and then when you look at the leaves, they're made up of a combination of cross stitch and rhodes stitch. And then in the main part of the flower we've got diamond eyelets and rhodes stitches. Just bear with me. Sorry, my mum had just arrived. So all four flowers are slightly different colours. I've lost it, hang on, where are we? There. And then we move on to the lace effect, where we've got some little tiny eyelets, some beads, we've got some bigger eyelets, got some big cube beads there. I love this colour here. This was Dinky Dye's Blue Mountain, which I think is now my all-time favourite colour. Got some diamond eyelets in the middle there and at the top. God, oh, just love it. I absolutely love it. Does it sound conceited to say that when it's your own piece of work? Obviously I've not designed it, but I mean, when you look at the design in it, I mean, Martina Rosenberg was just an absolute genius. And the outer border again, we've got these densely beaded areas with some flowers. These flowers are just made up of cross stitch with a little bit of back stitch and diamond eyelets and of course beads. And they're the same in each corner. You can see all the beads again there. Working up to this outer border, which is a combination of beads, rhodes stitch, rice stitch, oops, with petite treasure braid in the middle, different shape like rhodes stitches with petite treasure braid around the outside again. And coming into these corners we have a flower bead, and then the squares in this we've got rhodes stitch, 2 rice stitch and 4 little tiny eyelets with some petite treasure braid in the middle. In the fancy corners it's petite treasure braid, beads and a fancy bead. I did actually find a mistake on the pattern as I was just doing the outside, because those 4 beads there weren't actually charted on this side, but they are on every other side, so it's a good job I noticed that. And then on the outside we've got this flower border with more dreaded 1/1 hummingbirds. And that is it. So just pull back and there we go. That is my Chatelaine hummingbird lace mandala on 32 count black Belfast that I never ever want to work on again. I have another Chatelaine evening in the park all kitted up and ready to go, although I haven't got fabric for it yet, but I will not be doing it on 32 count black Belfast. But I think it'll be a while before I start that yet. I'm going to go back to my Haid. Yeah, my Chatelaine is finished. I have another Chatelaine fully kitted up and ready. Well, say fully kitted up, I've not got the fabric for it yet, and I won't be doing it on 32 count black, I can tell you that. But yeah, the Chatelaine I've got kitted up is Evening in the Park, which if you watch Teresa Little Stitcher, it's the one she's doing, and I just loved it when I saw hers. So yeah, so that one is kitted up apart from the fabric, but I think it'll be a while before I do that. Evening in the Park does look a bit easier than the one that I've been doing, but I still, yeah, having a bit of a break. So what have I been doing as well as that? Well, after I finished my Chatelaine, I went back to, please, sorry, it's bin day, it's a recycling day, the bin wagon's just arrived, I'm sorry. But I need to get this filmed because my mum will be here shortly and I want to get this filmed before mum comes, because to be perfectly honest with you, recording these videos absolutely drains me, and usually I end up just sleeping after I film these videos. So I wanted to do it before my mum came, not just so I'll be asleep when she comes, but just simply because after my mum's been and then having to record video, I thought I just won't have the strength. So anyway, stop waffling, Kerry. Suffering a lot with breathlessness as well with this anemia, so I get breathless just by talking. Anyway, shut up, right. My Haid, I went back to my mini Haid, which is a mini pink butterfly. I will insert a picture of what it will look like when it's finished here. And I'll insert a picture of what it looked like last time. And now we are here. Looks so much better in the camera, doesn't it? Well, doesn't it? You don't know you're not here. But so since you've last seen it, I've finished off page 3. Yeah, finished off page 3, which is, yeah, about here. I've done the whole of page 4, and then page 5 you could hardly call it a page, it was just one row of, you know, one column of 10, a block of 10. So it's officially 5 pages across, but and my borders on this are horrendous. They really are. That's why I've got some fabric added up there, but yeah. Now I'd already done this page down here, so I've just made a start, so that's 5, 6, so I've just started page 7, which I just started last night, which is that little bit there. But even though it doesn't look like anything, I've really enjoyed doing it because the colours are so pretty. And I took this into hospital with me, and I was stitching it while I was in hospital. And the ward I was on, I always say in this country, like being British, you never seem to meet many stitchers because it's just not a big thing anymore over here. But while I was in hospital, I think nearly every nurse actually cross-stitched. So I had some lovely conversations with the nurses, you know, talking about stitching and my other new hobby, which I've taken up, which we'll talk about shortly. Yeah, so they were all interested in, you know, to see what I was stitching, and yeah, it was certainly, you know, it was a good topic of conversation, that's for sure. But yeah, so I'd say that's all I've worked on. I did work on something else, which was a a new start and a UFO. But I'll talk about that in a second. But that's all I've actually worked on. I do have an FFO, although I'm going to re-FFO it because I don't like the frame. It's not what, because I ordered it online, it's not what I thought it was when I ordered it. So, but I'll show you. It's here. It's this little sheep which I actually stitched when I was about 18 or 19. So it's only taken like 23 years to FFO it. It did actually used to be in a little frame on my wall when I lived like with my parents, but for some reason I took it out of the frame and I don't know why. But I know it was by Lanarte and it's stitched 1/1 on 32 count. No idea what the fabric is. It's a linen, I think, rather than an even weave, isn't it? Yeah, I'd say it's a linen. But obviously when I did that 32 count 1/1, I didn't wear glasses, so my eyesight was obviously a lot better at the time. But yeah, I got this frame not realising that it was going to be so big. So I've actually ordered the same frame. I think it's actually a 10x10 this, but I've managed to get it in 5x5 with the 3x3 mount. So I'm going to re-FFO it, but for now that's fine. And this frame will come in, I'm quite sure, I probably won't use the mount, but I'm quite sure I'll find something else to use it for. But yeah, I just thought that was really cute. So that's that. So we'll move on. First of all, Stitchy Kindness. I had some Stitchy Kindness in the post, and I have got permission from the lovely lady it was from to say her name. And it was from Sydney Stitcher on Instagram, who I just call her Sydney, and she's happy. We've had this conversation about what, because she often refers to me as Kitty, and she's just known to everybody as Sydney, so we keep it like that. So yeah, so I had a lovely Stitchy Kindness from Sydney, all the way from Australia, my favourite country. And it came, I didn't want to unwrap it, it came wrapped up in a beautiful, oh it matches me, a beautiful purple ribbon, so I've kept the ribbon. And she sent me 2 lovely threads. There's this one, and they're both by Cottage Garden Threads, which is an Australian company. And this one is Waratah, and that is I think she said it's the name of the flower, the state flower for where she lives in New South Wales. And then this one she sent me because obviously she knows my colours. I have started using this one's, I never know whether it's pronounced Dahlia or Dahlia. I think Mum says Dahlia, but look at that, isn't it pretty? That's just so me. And she also sent me from the lovely Crafty Curator, aka Kerry, another Kerry, as Kerry's Rock. Look at this. And it's got a hummingbird on it because of my hummingbird mandala. And what Kerry didn't know is that my second favourite colour is blue. So she's done purple and blue, but just look how well that is made. I mean, Kerry seems to be doing really well with these fobs because, like I know Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts has been, Poppy, come down here, Pops, mind your bottom out the way, nobody wants to see your bottom, come on. Yeah, because I know Caroline has teamed up with her for something I can't quite remember what, but I mean they're just so well made, and I haven't used it yet because I wanted to show you first. So, but go and check out. I will link her Etsy shop down below. She's Crafty Curator with 2 Ks, Creative Curator, sorry, with 2 Ks. She's also on Instagram, but I will link her Etsy shop down below, and I do have another order coming from her as well, and there's something special in there for you guys. But yeah. So thank you so much, Sydney. But I will show you what my other, where is it there? What my other New Start and UFO was, because I wanted to have a go with my thread. So I started. It was out of a book. It should have been like a Celtic knot, and it was in loads of different colours. But I thought I'd just do it in the one colour, and it was looking so pretty. But I miscounted. Look, I started. That's how it. hang on, put that behind it. That's how it started off as, and I did it on blue, my second favourite colour, but just look how pretty the variegation is in that. But unfortunately, when I stitched across, I thought I'd counted and double counted and counted again, but I was a stitch out and there was just no way without ripping a whole load of it out, and I just thought, so yeah, which is such a pity though, but just look how pretty those colours are though. So thank you so much, Kerry. I'm quite sure I'll find a good use for that. And I love this. I love it so much. But yeah, so thank you, Sydney. Should say I'm getting all mixed up. Right, haul. Now a lot of this is still from what I bought when I went on my mad spending spree last month. So let's begin with charts. Ugh. Right, charts. I bought from Casa Sanina. I got this Kitty Cat Row by Bent Creek, because why not? It's kitty cats. I'm Kitty Stitcher. My hip's hurting. I also bought, I think this is new, by Waxing Moon Designs, Cat Owners Welcome. Obviously I will do that one, which has the S in it for cats. But you can do a single one or a multiple one. So obviously I would do that one. I'd love to do that and hang it by my door. But, and also from Casa Sanina, I bought this, In Bed with the Crazy Cat Lady, because that's just me in bed. Now, I've actually already got this. Oh, I don't know why I didn't know this. So this will be a giveaway, but it won't be a giveaway today because, well, just keep your eyes peeled, but that will be a future giveaway. Come and join me in bed with my cats. So yeah, but I couldn't be bothered sending it back, so to heck with it. Then also, oh no, this is this month, I found my unicorn charts. I'd only posted on Instagram with, because I took part in the, what was the thread? Common Threaded Stitcher. I did well up until the 22nd, which was when I went into hospital for my operation. I did it every day, and then it sort of went off a bit then, I'm afraid, sorry. But I posted my unicorn charts, and I have looked for these charts everywhere for years. I've never been able to find them. Places that I have found them, they've not been in stock, and they've never seemed to have come back in stock. Anyway, they were on Lakeside Needlecraft, not in stock. So I thought, right, okay, so like I signed up to the email that, you know, when they come back in stock, they'll email you, but I thought, it's not going to happen. It happened. I got my unicorn charts. I say charts because they're a set of 4, and they're by Dinky Dyes. And there's the spring hearts, and I've seen these done, and as we always say, the pictures don't do them justice. But we've got spring hearts, got summer garden gate, look at the dragonflies, love dragonflies as well, autumn fire, and that really does not do it justice. It does not do anything for it. And this one is my favourite. Well, this one and the spring one, winter ice. Because believe you me, oh my gosh, seeing them done. I was thinking at first to do them all on the same fabric, but I don't think I will. I think I'll do them separate. Now I have actually kitted them up, which was really expensive because they're all in Dinky Dyes with Krynic, and they've got Mill Hill beads, and some of them have got Swarovskis on them as well. I said kitted them up. I've not got the fabric, but I've got so much fabric in my stash, I'm quite sure I'll have something in my stash for them. But in fact, it should be here today. I've got the vast majority of it kitted up from Lakeside Needlecrafts. There was just a few little bits and bobs that I couldn't get from them, one of which I've even had to order from 123 Stitch in America, a Krynic that I just could not find over here. But of course I couldn't just order a bobbin of Krynic from 123 Stitch, so there might be a chart accompanying it, or a kit actually accompanying it, but yeah. So I've got my unicorns. I'm so happy. Oh, and I would love to. It's like everything, we buy all these things and we want to just start all the things. And anyway, I got another Heaven and Earth. I don't know if you remember the 2 small cat ornaments that I did, the Lisa Parker ones. There was another one. This is Ornament Hubble Bubble. Isn't it lovely? Oh, I love the colours in it. So I send them to an online printers and they print it and bind it for me. So I got that. Now this stuff is all from last month that I was waiting for. Ursula, I do like Ursula Michael. There's the cat one, Let's Be Friends. Let's cross stitch, because it's cross stitch and a butterfly. No butterflies are my other thing. Let's Learn From Our Cats, which funny enough, I was watching Pam and Steph's video this week and Steph had this one as well, but I really like this because it reminds me a lot of the Lizzie Kate Cat Lessons for People, which I've also got, which is really high up on my to start list. And then Once Upon a Butterfly. I mean, that's done as like a wedding sample, but obviously I just want to put the name on. But look at the pretty butterflies. Now these, I am not somebody who can substitute colours. I just can't do that. But for these patterns, I will. I shall use my own colours. Now, I always say that I'm not somebody who likes to do what everybody else is doing, because I don't. You know, if loads and loads of people are stitching the same pattern, then I just won't want to stitch it, and I don't know why. It's just I've been like that with everything in life. If everybody else is doing something, I don't want to do it. I'm a rebel. What can I say? But there's been one, when I first saw it I was like, can't see what people see in that, and it grew on me, and it grew on me, and it grew on me. And I think the person who's actually done it for me is Pam Reed at Pam's Crafty Corner, because I've been watching her stitch it and I now love it. So I drank the Kool-Aid. I got death by cross stitch. Yeah, what can I say? And I've sort of kitted it up. And I say sort of because I'll tell you why. But I bought, this tends to be my go-to fabric. I bought silver tassels from Jodrey Designs, which is just it's a grey sparkly one basically. There's not really any variegation, it's just a grey sparkly. And I wanted a purple variegated Dinky Dyes, Silks for You to do it with. Now, I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered this, because I saw this one, absolutely loved it. But what I didn't think about was the fact that the purple that's variegated goes into a grey, which isn't going to work on a grey fabric. So I've got this beautiful hank of silk, which I can't use for that, but I'm sure I'll find something else to use it with. So I have got another one on the way, which is just purple variegated, which will go on that. Oh, I should say as well, that's 32 count opal Murano that I'm going to do. I'm going to do it 2/2. I'm not doing it over 1 because I've learned that lesson. So yeah, so also I got a freebie from Silks for You as well. That cute little needle line. Sheep are another of my thing. I have a thing about a lot of animals. I mean, cats, dogs, butterflies, hummingbirds, dragonflies, and sheep. I think I used to collect sheep, but it just got to a stage where there was just too many. Fortunately, it's got a little broken ear, but I still like that. So now I've shown you, and it's a really strong magnet. I can now add it to my collection on there. I also got, made a bit of a mistake. Seems to be making a lot of mistake with my kits. I got this gold collection, Twilight Bridge. What I didn't realise is that my mum has it. And when I told my mum I'd got it, she said, well, you could just have had mine because I'll never stitch it. I was like, oh well, we've both got it now. But yeah, I should do, I keep thinking I need to do a video of my gold collection, because I saw Luda, Cross Stitch with Luda, I saw hers and I thought I had a large gold collection, which I have, but it doesn't, it doesn't rival hers at all. But you still might be interested to see, because I've got some really old ones in there, because I've been collecting them for 20 odd years. Oh, fabrics. Oh, and I need to show you, got so much to show you. August limited edition from Jodrey Designs is Bridge Troll, and that is the limited edition thread that goes with it. And you know me, I don't take them out of the plastic, I'm sorry. That's 28 count Opal Brittany. And then her Rainbow Club of the Month, I love this one, it's turquoise. Isn't that beautiful? Which is also 28 count Opal Brittany. And then, and this is cute as well, from, this one's the Chromatic Alchemy. This is a fabric of the month, and it's Patriot, 32 count Opal Murano. Isn't that pretty? The colours are coming through perfectly really there. Now, I've been doing, oh, hang on, let me show you this. I started with Plan to Stitch. I started her Needle Minder Club of the Month. So it's a little lollipop with a sparkly bow, and she also sent me, oops, a lovely sparkly pen as well with it. Yeah. Now I started doing the mystery boxes from Crafty Kitten. But you do have to wait quite a long time for them. I did finally get June's, so I will show you June. I'm still waiting for July, and obviously I've not had August yet. But it all comes wrapped up in, and it's purple, comes wrapped up in tissue paper. And I've only looked at this once, so it's quite interesting to see it again. Well, that's some, oh yeah, I just thought I ordered a fabric with this. Yeah, that's not come, has it? So every month it's a country. And this one was Morocco, I think. So I've got, and you choose like what fabric you want. So I've got 32 count Joblin, and this is Atlas Mountains, which is sort of like a browny beigey goldy colour. And then she sends you some little bits and bobs with it. I got a Week's Dye Works in White Walnut. I'm starting collecting Week's Dye Works actually with Lakeside Needlecraft. I've joined their Thread of the Month club. Then I got a Petite Treasure Braid, Nordic Gold. That's nice. I got, this is a Thread Pickers, and this is Marrakesh, which is the capital of Morocco, I know that. And some Mill Hill beads. Don't know what the actual colour name is, but it's 02039. Oh, and I'd also ordered, this is before I got my Stitch of Kindness from Kerry, I ordered a scissor fob with a cat on, but I've just thought I did also order a piece of fabric which still hasn't come. I ordered in June, beginning of June, yeah. So I don't know whether I'll be continuing with the Box of the Month clubs, because, yeah. Oh, I got a new Bitsy Bob. Bitsy Bob. These are from Kelly Stadola. I will link her Etsy shop down below. That's So Calico. I did already have a Bitsy Bob, but I had one of the original ones, and I'll show you the reason why I got a second one. And that's because in her new ones, they've now got a zipped pocket, because I was finding, because I crammed so much stuff in it, that my little bits and bobs were falling out. But it's such a brilliant idea, because like I say, you can store all your little things there. That magnet is unbelievably strong. And like I've actually used them like while I've been in the back of the car, and I've put my needles on them and my scissors on them, and they've never fallen off. Then of course you can put your bits of thread on them, and because it's felt, you don't lose them. So yeah, so I got that new Bitsy Bob. Thank you very much, Kelly. So well made. I love it. But I will link her Etsy shop down below. What's that? Now before I move on to my new hobby, I will show you this. Now, I placed an order with the lovely Karina at Bags Plus. It was a custom order. It was for one of her 90 Pocket Pro floss buddies, because I have the 180 pocket, which I love. But I decided that just for my Haid, I just wanted a smaller one that would just fit my Haid stuff in. So I ordered one, and what I'm going to use my other one for is the other two things I've got kitted up I'm going to put in there, so they're both together. I mean whips. So I did a custom order. I sent her my own fabric, and this is what she made. Now my fabric is lilac. It's so soft. I think she must put batting in it or something. I don't know anything about sewing. I'm hoping to learn about sewing, but yeah. So it's little kitty cats and a lovely purple ribbon. So, oh, that's Andy, by the way, who I told you he wasn't so well last time, but he's actually doing, touch wood, he's doing, Andy, you're doing well, aren't you? Yeah, he is, he's doing well, so hope he stays that way for as long as possible. So you open it up, and you've got, oops, 2 pockets there. I'm just using the one which I've got my pattern in. And then you've got, I'm doing a really bad job of this, I'm sorry Karina. The postman's about to ring my doorbell, I think, because it'll probably be my kitted up stuff for the me thing. Yeah, I might have to go in a second, but there's a lovely big pocket there, which I've just put some of my spare bobbins in at the moment. And you open that up, and it's got all the bobbins that I'm using for my Haid. And it's just brilliant just having that open next to you, and I can see exactly what I want, when I want it. It's just brilliant. And then the last bit, there's another of the pockets which I'm not actually using at the moment, and then, yeah, that's my door. And then some little pockets that you can just put bits and bobs in. So that's that, and I absolutely love it. It is so well made. It's such a good idea, and I had my other one with me when I was in the hospital, and you know, the nurses were commenting on, you know, how well organised I was. I'm just going to pause and nip downstairs and get what's come through the door, and I will show you the rest of the things. Just bear with me. I'm back. It is what I thought. It's my dinky dyes and my Cryonics and a few beads. But I've got all the dinky dyes I need to do those patterns now. Got most of the Cryonics and a few of the beads. Gosh, so I'll sort those out later. Back to Bags Plus. Now, as well as that, that's all I ordered. But because Karina is such a lovely lady, she sent a gift for my mum. Now, Mum's not arrived yet, so we're going to fast forward to the future, and I'm going to insert a clip of my mum getting these, you know, me giving her these bags. She knows that there's something coming, but she's not seen them. And then I will show you them up close. So I'll insert that here. Right, I've just given Mum her presents from Karina at Bags Plus. And what do you think, Mum?
They are absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love them to bits. Definitely me with all the colours. I love bright colours. They are beautiful. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, because I can see the amount of work that's gone into them.
Because you used to do sewing,
yes,
didn't you? So you know.
Yeah.
You know what work, because you used to sew all your own clothes, didn't you?
Don't think I could do it now. But no, I'm absolutely, well, over the moon with them. They are beautiful.
It's a happy belated birthday from Karina.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, so, you know, Mum did say a big thank you, Karina. I think you'll be watching. But yeah, but I will show you them, and she's going to have to wrestle them off me because I really want to keep them. But there's this beautiful bag, and she said she wanted to send something that was bright and colourful because my mum likes bright and colourful things, and I'm quite sure she will like these. So the bag has the Velcro part on that side, so you can put your pattern or what have you in there. And then on this side there's a zip, and you've got your inner part there. But they are so well made, they're really beautiful. And to go along with that, there's a 45 pocket floss buddy, which is the same fabric. There's 45 pockets there for your bobbins, and also one of the parts there. I want them. but they are for mum. So, but not just that. Karina's also sent something for you. Hence why I'm not giving away that pattern, that kit this month. Because, just wait to see what she sent for you. It's another floss buddy. Isn't that beautiful? A little purple fairy. Purple just for me. So you've got your clear pocket there. And you've got 45 pockets there for your bobbins. Do you think it would be fair if I entered my own giveaway? Probably not, right? So this is for you guys, and this is all courtesy of Karina, you know, from Karina at Bags Plus. I haven't paid for this, she has sent this for you. So, giveaway, usual terms and conditions. Please be over 18 or get your parents' permission to give me your address if you win. I'd like you to be a subscriber, I'd like you to like the video, but I can't make you. And please don't say giveaway or freebie or anything like that in the comments, because I will have to delete it, because this is beautiful. We don't want trolls getting hold of this. We don't want somebody who's just going to buy it and then sell it. You know, this deserves a good home with a good stitcher. I should have thought of a question, shouldn't I? Or something to say. Animals, because I love my animals. Tell me, what's your favourite animal? You know, whether it's a pet or whether, if you don't have pets, is it a wild animal? Whatever. What's your favourite animal and why? So just leave me that in your comments, and I will leave the drawer open until my next floss tube video, which I'm trying to see my calendar, but it'll be round about the 30th of September. So I'm not giving an exact date, it'll just be whenever my next video is done, that will be the cut-off. And I will pick a name at random and you will win this. So thank you so much, Karina, and I will link her Etsy shop down below. And she's also told me about some Poppy. Come down here, Pops. Tell you, we don't need to keep seeing your bottom. Poppy, come here. Come out of the way. Up there then. Sorry. But yeah, she's told me about some. Poppy, come down here. Down here. Out the way, nobody wants to see your bottom. But yeah, Karina's told me about some of the new ideas that she's got, and some new things that are coming out, and one of them in particular I've just said, you know, just take my money, and I think my mum's just arrived, so I'm gonna have to cut this off. But yeah, it's I think she's got one coming out that's going to be able to hold bobbins for like petite treasure braid, and also for specialty threads and things like that, so I'm gonna have to have one of those. So you've got a sale already there, Karina, before it's even come out. But I will link her Etsy shop down below. She's also on Instagram. Hello, just 1 minute. She's also on Instagram. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. I've still got, oh, just let me show you one last cross stitching thing. Colin at Country Designs has come out with a new catalogue. This is the autumn winter catalogue, and lots of beautiful patterns in there as usual. This is only a tiny, he's a bricks and mortar store who I would love to visit, but he's quite a long way from where I live. Because we don't have L&S's in this country, they're very few and far between. He does have a website which you can see there, so you can order from him online. And he does do like a rewards club as well. But just go and check out his website. He does sell a lot of Mystic Stitch patterns, which, you know, my mum loves and artsy, and his photographing is way better than the Mystic Stitch site. So if you see something you think you'll like on Mystic Stitch, go and check it out on Colin's site, because it'll look a lot better. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to cut off here. This place looks like a bomb site, and I'm going to have to come back to you and show you my new hobby afterwards. Oh, and here's Poppy again. I think that's a good time to say goodbye for now. I will see you later on this afternoon. Well, hello guys. It is a few seconds later for you. It is several hours later and a nap later for me. I filmed my first segment at about 10:30 this morning. It's now 8 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, after I'd filmed this morning's video, and after my mum had been here, I was just absolutely exhausted. And Mum went, Mackerel was on my lap, I had my arm on the side of the settee, and Daisy Moo snuggled in, and I fell asleep. And I didn't wake up till about 5:15 when my evening carer came. So yeah, so it's got late. So, I mean, I've got all my lamps on, including I've got LEDs above my dressing table, and I've got the overhead light on. Fortunately, I don't need fantastic light for this next segment, so we're okay. So, yeah, I apologise if you hear noises outside as well. We have problems on this street with off-road bikers who don't ride off the road. They ride up and down the street about 40-50 miles an hour, and it's only a 20-mile-an-hour road. They don't wear helmets. They're idiots, and they drive me insane. The noise drives me insane. It was even driving me mum nuts when she was here earlier. So I do apologise if you hear all that going on outside, because they're out there again. But anyway, yeah, so the next segment, I took up a new hobby. And it's a hobby I actually tried when I was a child, and I didn't get on with it. But I've just decided to do it again because I watch all of you lot doing it, and I think I want to do that. So I've started knitting. My mum tried to teach me when I was younger, because my mum was a prolific knitter. You know, she knit loads of things. She used to do fashion shows at the local community centre, and she knit for all like the fashion shows, and like we always had, you know, knitted jumpers and cardigans and arons and all sorts of things on. She used to do little designs, you know, cartoon designs on them. Oh, and here's Poppy. Come on down again. Come on, move your butt. Nobody wants your butt. There we go. So yeah, so she tried to teach me, but I just couldn't. I always, my tension was always so tight. And I was always dropping stitches. I couldn't cast on and this, that and another. So yeah, she gave up. My gran did teach me how to crochet, and I have stuck with crochet over the years, but it's not something I can do easily now because, you know, it hurts my hand. Although I have found, to be honest, with the knitting, because of my arthritis in my hands, with that hand, I don't know, holding the needle, I don't seem to have the problem with my right hand, but with my left hand does get quite painful. But yeah, I've used Tina, Simply in Stitches. I've used some of her videos as guides. I am going to do her knit-alongs that she's done on there, her beginner knit-alongs. I'll link one of her videos down below, or I'll link a channel down below. And I've just like floss tube. I'm a visual learner. I can read something and it's just like, you know, but if I see something being done, then I can learn a lot easier. Because the only problem I've had with learning on YouTube is the different ways of doing it, because the way I was taught when I was little was like the English method. And I know that, is it your English and continental, or I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's just, you know, getting your head around the different kinds, and but I'm getting there. I don't actually have any knitting to show you because all I've been doing is just little test pieces. I did start doing this little rabbit thing, but my problem is, like, if I drop a stitch or something and I've not yet really learnt how to, how to solve that problem, and then I just get frustrated and pull it all out and start again. So I've not really got anything to show you from that point of view, but I'll just show you the bits that I've bought to start with briefly. I'm going to try and make this bit brief because I am really tired, and when I've done this I'm going to get into bed, I'm going to edit, upload, I'm going to try and do a little bit of stitching because I've not done any stitching at all today. I'm going to try and do a little bit of stitching. Here come the bikes again. Yeah, so I'm going to try and do a bit of stitching and then sleep time. But anyway, first of all I bought this little project bag. It's like 20 mile an hour this road is. There's kids that play on the field opposite me. All it's going to take is one of those kids to run off the field and that way around. It's got a little charm there, a little cat and a mouse. And it's got charms on the end. Here they come again. That's a little mouse. We've got a paw and a fish. Another paw and a rose. Oh God, it's driving me mad. And then along with that, because this came from Poppy Mind Your Bottom. This came from Claro's Crafts on Etsy. I will link her shop down below. And she sent a free stitch marker, a little rose stitch marker. I'm going to have to go through all this and write down everybody who I've got to link. So yeah, so I've not really got anything to show you. That's an old piece of wool that I had with my, it was something I was crocheting that. But I mean, I've just got that on my knitting needle at the moment. It's nothing. I was just practicing a stitch, and that's just a bit of something there that I think I got fed up with. But yeah, so I got this little project bag, and I have actually been really naughty and I've ordered an Evertotes bag from Chatelaine. It is on its way to me as I speak, so I'll show you that next month. I bought these needles. Now first of all I bought these needles in a pack. That way around. So they go all the way up from, obviously I'm in the UK, so I do the UK sizes, are 2mm to an 8. But these are the long needles, and I didn't realise about like different lengths. And my mum said to me that she never used to get on, because obviously we're both shortish, she said she never used to get on with these, she found them too long. So I bought those first and I did knit with them and I did find them okay, but I thought, no, I'm going to get some of the shorter ones. So I'll tie that up afterwards. So I got the same in the shorter ones. I don't know what length they are, I don't know. So those are the same. Those are just some ones I got with I got a beginner's kit, which I'll show you afterwards. And then also in here I bought some little sock needles to do some socks, which is the tutorial that's on Tina's page. And sorry again about the bikes. And I bought some big ones to do a cowl, which I'm going to start very soon. But then yeah, and I have found these ones better. So Mum says I should report it to the police, but I'm like, I'm sure the police have got more important things to do than bother about these guys. But anyway, I also bought some cable needles because I really want to learn how to cable. I love the cable designs. Mum thinks I'm being too adventurous, but I'm like, well, got to start somewhere. So I bought some 2 to 5mm ones. I got some bigger ones with a curve. Mum said she'd never seen these ones before, but I thought, well, they're easier to stop you dropping your stitches, but I could only find them in the bigger size, so cable needles. And then to begin with, I bought this little beginner's set, but the wool was a bit rubbish in it, but it just came with a little book, some knitting needles, a few little balls of wool, but the wool was rubbish. And it's got a few, little patterns, but I was reading it and it was like, showing like the cast on method, and I just couldn't get it at all. But then like I watched Tina, and Tina did her cast on with needles, so I started doing it that way. Then when Mum came, like Mum used to cast on with one needle. So she showed me that, and I got on with both absolutely fine, no problem, but I did prefer the one needle method just because I thought my end looked neater. But anyway, and then I got this book. It's Knitting for Absolute Beginners, because I am an absolute beginner. So again, it's just got some simple patterns, simple techniques, what have you. This How to Knit. Again, easy patterns. This is the thing that I actually started, but then I went a bit wrong, because I mean, it's so easy to do. It really is. So how I went wrong, I don't know. But oh, cute little rabbits. Now this next one I bought simply for the cover pattern. And look at the little cats. I want to knit some cats. They're so cute. And also, I want another pattern I liked in here. Like that. Those are the cats. There. Oh, they're so cute. But there was another thing I liked. She's flicking through it. Just talk. Oh, there it is. Cat toys. These little mice, and I thought they'd love those because Andy especially loves chewing on wool. Hence why all my wool is hidden away. Isn't it, Andy? He's under the bed. Yes. Now, 200 knitted blocks because I want to make a blanket. Really want to make a blanket. I'd love to make, you know, go into quilting and make these lovely quilts I see, but no, I'm not a sewer. I know my limitations. Knitting, I can just about get my head around. Sewing machine, I can stitch a straight line, I can make a cushion, quilt, no. But anyway, that's by the by. Knitted blocks, so that's another one. Then I got the Knitter's Bible Stitch Library. See, I've gone a bit mad. I've been terrible. It's this past month, it's my head, I've been so down in the dumps, and I just spend money that I don't have. But Stitch Library, and this is like when, and it's got like twisting and cabling, and I really want to, I just love the designs, and I want to learn how to do it. I just wish I had one of you here who could help me. And then last but not least, I got this Knitter Block Quilts and Afghans, 60 easy knit 10-inch squares with fabric and yarn. This is actually meant to show you how to make them with fabric, but I just bought them simply. It's only a little tiny book. And I just bought it for the, you know, it's got like different stripes and patterns and stuff. So yeah, so those are my books. And then, oh, I've got my wool hidden away in boxes, just say cats. I do have some wool from my crochet, but it's all mainly double knit wool that I use for my crochet. Anyway, the first I will show you is my chunky wool that I've bought to do Tina's basic, you know, beginner knit along cowl. So I bought a few because I thought I want to make a few, and I want to make them for like family and friends for Christmas and stuff. So I've got this one that's like a blue and a green. So it's, what is it? I need new glasses. I'm making an appointment in this next week or so, because even with me, I've got varifocals, but I'm even like, you know, you've got problems when you're doing that. That's just acrylic, an acrylic wool, that. I've got this one, seriously chunky. This again is 100% acrylic. So I got this one. I love this one. That's this one. The label came off it. What's this one? Honestly, my eyesight, guys. Oh, it's from Skipton. That's not 100%, not far from me. That's acrylic as well. 100% acrylic. Seems I have a thing for acrylic wool. So this one's going to be acrylic as well. Bought this one, I thought to do one for Mum, although she doesn't really like wool around her neck. But yes, maybe it won't be for Mum. It's the same brand again, so that's 100% acrylic. And then she's also got a beginner sock tutorial. And I apologise because these are all in bags. I thought there was another one. I only got 2 here. I thought I had 3. Must be wrong. I've only got 2. So this, what kind of wool are they? Because I know you use different names for them in America. I can't remember what it called it. I think you call it fingering weight or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's not something we use it. Funnily enough, this one's called Admiral Cat Print, and I didn't buy it because of cats. I just bought it because I like the colour. That's in German. I did learn German at school, but not enough to be able to read it. So, knitting can be addictive. Yeah, I have found that actually. It would seem that it's all in German. Yeah, it's all in German, so I'm afraid I can't tell you anything about that, except it's pretty and it's like a very fine wool. So I don't know what kind of knit. It's not double knit. I know that. I know it's finer than double knit, but I don't know. And then I've got this one, which is from the same people, so again I can't pronounce it. This one looks even finer, and it's like it's got purples and greys, and I just love that. So I want to knit some socks. Yeah, I don't know whether that's been a bit ambitious, but we've all got to start somewhere, haven't we? Mum says it's too ambitious, but what the heck. So I think that is it. So once again, if you want to enter the giveaway for the Bags Plus 45 pocket floss buddy, sorry, oh, I couldn't think then. Please comment down below saying what your favourite animal is and why. Or, well, you don't have to say why, just tell me all about your favourite animal. And yeah, my back is killing me. I need a drink. I've got apple and blackcurrant this time because I'm 5 years old. So yeah, I'm going to get into bed and get comfy because it's now about 8:15 and I'm going to edit and hopefully get this uploaded for you tonight. Fortunately, without bragging, I have super fast broadband, so I can get it uploaded in no time. So it should be uploaded tonight. It's just all the editing, but yeah, I do this all for you guys because I love you all. I do. I love any comments, you know, even if it's not about favourite animals. If you don't want to enter the, you know, the draw, you know, just talk to me. I like it when you talk to me. I must admit, I'm not the best at commenting on other FlossTube videos. I do try, but I watch on my TV, so I can't just like type a message quickly. Oh, I hurt my wrists. I've got painful wrists again. I can't just type a message quickly, so you know I have to like pull up the history on my phone and type it in on my phone and this, that and the other. So I do try, I really do try, but I'm sorry. But I do like it when you talk to me. But yeah, I'm going to end this here because I always try and think that I'm just going to make nice, easy videos, you know, that are just going to be nice and straightforward and they're going to flow from one topic to the other, and they never do because I just have verbal diarrhea and end up waffling for England. But anyway, oh, here comes baby Jess. Hello, baby Jess. Andy's over there, Mikey's over there. Don't know where Poppy's bottom has gone, but her bottom has gone somewhere. So yeah, I'll see you all next month. Bye. No, end of this month. Bye.